Please be advised that Little Miss Recap contains adult language.
Gerry wants to let his inner child out. Keep that inner child where it belongs. Button up and attached to your body. We don't want to see it. Hey everyone, welcome to Little Miss Recap, the podcast where we take our beloved seniors and throw them on an episode of Fear Factor. I have to say, Jake from Reality Gaze is calling this Fear Factor, and he 100% nailed it. Because that is what is happening here, and I'm enraged over it. My name is Amye Archer. I'm here with the bacon to my spaghetti.
The bacon to my spaghetti?
Wait a minute. That would be delicious.
Well, isn't that a carbonara sauce?
Yeah, I guess it is. I guess it is. I'm thinking more there's an egg noodle. So I've started making halushki with bacon in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
My gram would be proud.
Yes. Steph, how are you?
Oh, I'm just ducky. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm all right. I have a lot of things I'm worked up over, and yet still, on one hand, I'm like, I hate Cody Brown. The Golden Bachelor is secretly ageist. Like, all these things are going on the left-hand side of my brain, and then on the right-hand side, I'm like, but my blood pressure's so high, why can't I get it down?
Is it still high?
It's like 130 over 90, even though I've doubled my dose.
Oh, dude.
So I have to go see my doctor now.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I just need to calm down. I feel like since I let Noodlehead Cody back in...
Noodlehead.
It's like this vault has opened of anger and rage, and it's just stewing. It's simmering.
Maybe it's just menopause like I'm dealing with.
It might be. I don't know. It's directed at the weirdest shit.
I know.
Like TV character. Like,
yeah. So I'm just going to be honest. Everybody knows, because I think I mentioned it here, that I had a hysterectomy a couple weeks ago. And now I am like full-fledged into like this like menopausal, which I was menopausal anyway, but like fucking rage that I cannot control. Like, I hate everyone. I had to sit my family down last night and say, like, please don't hate me. I'm sorry. I'm a psychopath and I'm trying really hard, but I'm not succeeding very well. Like, literally. I said literally after I promised I was going to try hard not to do that.
150 people are going to be in the comments saying that you should look into HRT.
I know, and I'm
not for you.
Not for me.
Okay.
Not for me.
I'm going to do whatever I need to not feel homicidal rage when I get to that point. I need to calm the fuck down.
Yeah. I'm kind of worried about the side effects. Like, I think I'd rather just try to power through.
People, come for Steph, tell her the side effects, let her know.
And if there's a dude listening, which I'm sure there isn't, or Todd, hey Todd.
There's no men listening, maybe Todd. I don't even know if he'd listen to Golden Bachelor. There's no better place to talk about menopause than on the Golden Bachelor.
Right. It's why I'm talking about it now and not Married at First Sight.
Can you imagine, like, our grandmothers just suffered?
I know.
They never talked about it. They never said anything. My grandmother, trigger warning, guys. Like, my grandmother, like, she had multiple miscarriages. She had all this. And, like, I never even knew about it until, like, she was old and telling me, like, just very nonchalantly someday.
That's terrible.
Like, when I was struggling to get pregnant, we were talking about it, and it came out then. And I'm thinking to myself, like, we are so lucky to live in a time when women can openly talk about this stuff.
I know.
And I think Gen X women are leading the charge on talking about menopause in a real way.
Right. So I had contemplated not talking about it. And I don't even think I talked to you about talking about it or not. It's just a decision that I made myself that I was like, why am I ashamed? I shouldn't be ashamed.
Well, I think that we just, it's associated with aging, and we have a real problem with aging in this country, which leads me into my problem with the Golden Bachelor. Now I want to talk about this.
Okay.
I believe
many thoughts.
I believe that this show is ageist.
I
And
100% agree with that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the way that it's ageist is we are judging these women by how closely they can act to 30-year-olds. Like,
Yeah.
can you still do this? Can you still do this? Can you go on
Yeah.
an airplane? Can you ride a bike? Can you ride a quad? Can you do this?
Yeah.
And I feel like,
Can you play pickleball?
are there women who want to do that? Absolutely. Are there
Mhm.
women who should be very proud that they can do very active things?
Of
100%.
of course.
But I know nothing about their careers. I know nothing about the things they've accomplished in their lives. I know very little about their children.
Oh my god. I swear to you, that just dawned on me now that we know nothing about their careers
No,
other than I know Leslie's a fitness instructor.
they are but that's because it's a youthful
Youthful,
career.
right. I know, that's what
They
I
are
mean.
they are only of good to Gerry and to the viewing public if they act like they're 40. And I have a
My
problem with that.
mind is blown right now because I 100% agree with you, and I hate that.
Mhm.
You're right, though.
I have
Shame. Where's the shame?
oh, let me get the shame bell.
Come on, producers.
Shame.
I have always
Shame.
avoided the Bachelor franchise because
Shame.
of the idea that women are competing for one man.
Mhm. Agreed.
When The Bachelor came out, I didn't feel as gross with that, um but the Golden Bachelor thought this was a great idea. Let's and for in
Me
some
too.
parts of it are like
Mhm.
when
Oh,
they're
I agree.
talking about grief and finding
Yeah.
love again in their 70s, like I'm here for all of that. But
Yes.
it's like, why do we have to is Gary James Bond? Like, why is he gonna be hanging off
Yes.
helicopters and rock
Oh
walls
my
every
god.
weekend?
That's a really great point,
He doesn't
Amy.
look like James Bond.
No, and like I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but I noticed it again this week, and I'm really concerned about Gary's lack of sunscreen use.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
He's
yeah.
got like crazy sunburn on his face, and I just am waiting for like the basal cell announcement that Gary needs to have some shit burned off his nose or something. Put sunscreen on these people.
I am
I know
more
that was
convinced
just
than
my own
ever now
rant.
that he's gonna pick Leslie.
I am too.
And one thing I didn't think of is of the 3 remaining women, and we'll get there, which our
Oh.
queen has been sent home. Um, she's the one who lives in the Midwest, and so does he.
Okay, so that is something that I wrote down to talk about today
Mhm, mhm.
because we
Okay, let's
haven't.
save it for the end.
Okay,
Wanna
okay.
do that? Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
okay.
Okay. So we get this little opening teaser again. We're talking about the Golden Bachelor season 1, episode 5. Leslie and Gerry are at the Santa Monica Pier. Santa Monica Pier is somewhere I've always wanted to go.
I know,
And do you know why? Can you tell me?
because it's in California.
Well, of course. Duh. But
Duh.
the real reason is
Oh, I know,
you
it's
could
something
laugh.
ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Do
I
you
can't.
remember the end scene of Titanic?
Of course.
When she dies, old Rose dies on the ship as an old lady, warm in her bed.
Mhm.
Oh, she does the little when she tosses the
Yeah.
diamond over. She goes to lie down. She lies in her bed, and you see all the pictures of the things that she has done in her life. One of them is she's riding a horse on the beach, and you see the Santa Monica Pier behind her. And ever since then, I'm like, okay, I want to go to Santa Monica Pier. It's like a gold mine.
I have no words.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's not stupid, it's cute.
You know who I feel like? Izzy from Love is Blind. I've never been anywhere.
I haven't either, if we're being honest.
I've been to 2 different parts of California. Did not make it to San Monica Pier yet. Okay. All right. So she's sobbing, and did you catch this? I only caught it because I watch everything with closed captioning on. He whispers, "You're my girl."
I did. I
That
sure did.
motherfucker. That
Fuck
motherfucker.
this.
So at the mansion, the girls are bashing younger generations. Okay, so we got Ellen. And Ellen's like, these young whippersnappers, they don't appreciate hopscotch or canasta.
That was one of my favorite lines of the whole show. Canasta reminds me so much of my childhood because my parents played it every
I don't
weekend.
even know what it is. Is it
It's a
card
card. It's a
based?
card game. I don't know how to play it, but every
Okay.
Friday and Saturday night, my parents, like best friends, would come over with all of their
Mhm.
kids, and we would all run wild around my house like
Mhm.
maniacs. And we would big dinners and all of the things. And like the adults would play canasta till like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. It was the best.
Okay.
It's
All
like one of
right.
my fondest childhood memories, and I don't have many of those. So when she said canasta, I was like, I'm done.
Well, I love how she's like, these kids don't appreciate hopscotch. Who
Hopscotch.
fucking appreciates hopscotch? I'm gonna get any kid, any kid. I'm gonna travel back in time. Okay. I'm gonna get into the DeLorean and I'm gonna go back to
Oh.
1956 or wherever Michael J. Fox went. And I am going to find little Marty McFly, okay, and he's
Oh my
playing
god.
hopscotch, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, Marty, here's a Game Boy with Tetris on it. Do you want to
Uh-huh.
play this, or do you want to do hopscotch?" What do you
Yeah.
think he's gonna say?
I know. But did you notice she wears a few different pairs of glasses in this episode? And I'm like, this is why I love her. She's my people. She is
She's our
me.
queen. She's our
She's
queen.
me.
If
I love her.
she, I will. I'm saying this right now, Stephanie. I will
You know.
only cover the Golden Bachelorette if she is the Golden Bachelorette.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
No, you won't.
You think I won't cover it regardless?
I think you will cover it regardless because this shit is happening.
Mm,
You mean to tell me if, like, who do I hate? Crazy
Joan.
fucking
Oh.
Teresa.
Ugh.
You wouldn't want to see that shit show? I
Well,
would.
okay, so let me tell you something because picking up from, are you drinking beer?
It is so funny that you say that to me because as I poured this today in my Paul McCartney glass,
Smash
I
that.
cracked up because I was in a meeting with my boss last week drinking green tea, and she's like, "Are you drinking a beer?" I was like,
Okay. All
"No,
right.
it's green
It's
tea."
like
And when I poured it,
7:30 in the morning. I'm like, are you
yeah,
really drinking a beer?
mm-mm. And so when I
Okay.
poured it, I was like, "It really does look like beer." And then you said it.
Okay.
So
All right.
I am
It
not.
will be it will be an interesting experiment if they do the Golden Bachelorette to see if the dynamic of the show changes. Will they be rating the men by how many physical feats they can do?
This is why I want this to happen because
Okay,
I
that might
need
need
to
to
know.
happen then. Okay.
Yeah, see what I mean?
So all of the women are like, we're falling in love with Gerry. Like
I
that's
know.
just over and over and over again.
Can we talk about what they were doing in the pool though?
Yeah, they were singing some Jewish songs,
Is
some
that what it
mummer
was?
stuff. Yes,
Yeah, okay.
that's
I'm like,
what I'm
this was like
hearing. We need
okay,
Amanda to be the official person on this, but
okay,
I'm not 100% sure.
okay, because I loved it, but I did write, like, in my notes, what satanic ritual are they chanting because I'm here for it. I'm sure
There
it's
was
not
like
a
a
satanic ritual, I'm being an asshole, but
they
that
had
was
the Witches of
adorable.
Macbeth thing going. Yeah,
Yes!
yeah, yeah, yeah. But they do reference the mummers, so I'm thinking it's some kind of Yiddish, some kind of,
Okay.
you know what I mean? I don't know.
I
I
mean,
don't
it
know.
was adorable.
Yeah, it was great. So Faith is chosen for the most elaborate and exciting date yet, and
Mhm.
Leslie is devastated by this.
I am so pissed off at the way Leslie throws her temper tantrums.
Mhm, mhm.
She is the only woman in the group that can't be happy for someone else. And I get it. Like,
Well,
trust me, I
aside
get
from
it.
Kathy, what would Kathy say, do you feel like, Steph, if Leslie was let's reenact a scene. Ready? I'm gonna be Leslie and I'm gonna be crying
All
that
right.
Gerry is out on a date.
Oh god. Leslie, what's your problem? I don't understand why you're crying, Leslie.
Gerry
We are
is just I thought we had something special when he put me on the quad and tried to kill me.
I don't understand what this means. I
Do
mean,
you
if he what do you think you're special because you were on the back of a quad? He was clearly trying
do
to kill
you
you. That means
do
you're the
you
least favorite.
do
Stop
you know
crying.
that I
I have
dated
We have
Prince?
no tolerance for this kind of nonsense on this show.
Do you know I was caught in a purple rain with him?
What is purple rain? Is that some kind of precipitation thing that happens only every 10 years? Well, I
I
don't
had
even
I
understand what's
dyed my
happening
hair
right now.
purple and then it
You know
started
what?
raining and
This
it
is the
was
kind
running
of
down my
shit.
jacket and that was
This
the
is the
influence for
kind
the
of shit.
song.
No, this is the kind of shit that nobody gives a goddamn shit about. This is why you people need to know when to shut up,
I
when to
don't.
turn it
It's
on,
for
and
Bon
when to turn
Jovi,
it off.
and it was a
No,
mistake.
zip it. When to turn it on and when to turn
Oh
it off.
God.
That's what we're going to work on this
I
week,
mean,
ladies.
how do
Okay,
you
we're
go
going to
from
work on it. You know
how do
why?
you go
We
from
just are.
Gary to Prince, or from Prince to Gary? I don't
Well,
know.
I don't even understand either because at this point, Gary's had his tongue down every single one of our throats. Okay, what does it even fucking matter at this point? We all need an antibiotic. Let's be real.
Nixon, what is your stance on the Indochina relations?
I'm just gonna burn the goddamn house down on my way out. Okay.
Okay, all right, okay, and scene. Thank you. All right, so Leslie's pissed off. She's like, she gets the best date. That must mean that he loves her the most. Like we're in middle
Girl,
school.
like, come on.
So
He's
now we
such a
learn.
bad sport. How is that?
I know.
There's nothing attractive about being a bad sport ever. I don't care what age you are.
I
Stop
agree.
it.
I agree. So, and I love how there's going to be 3 hometowns instead of, is there usually
No,
4 or 2?
I've never seen it before. I have no
Okay,
clue.
we don't know.
Do you
I
want to
think
know
there's
what I
only usually
do?
2.
So she's a bad sport, but do you know who's a really good sport?
Our girl?
Gabagool.
Gabagool is fantastic.
I love
I mean, if
Gabagool.
we get the Bachelorette with our star Ellen, we need Gabagool as like her consigliere. Like
Yes.
she's just sitting next to her the entire time,
No, she's
telling
gonna
her
be
what to do.
she's gonna be the Jesse Palmer that comes out and lets all the dudes know when it's the last rose. I am telling
There you
you,
go, Gabagool.
I love
We love her.
Gabagool so much. She has become my shining star
Oh, you know who I
because
don't love?
she's such a good sport.
You know who I don't love?
Who?
I don't love Faith.
No, I don't either.
But here she is. Gary's driving over. They get into a fucking helicopter. Faith says outright, I'm terrified of heights. I'm adventurous, but I'm terrified of heights. She is white knuckled the entire time on the helicopter.
I know, but I'm not gonna lie, this is a date that I might not have been too terrified of.
I
And
would
I'm
never get on that
terrified of
helicopter.
heights,
Nope.
but I think I would get in a helicopter.
No,
Over
not me.
water, definitely.
No. I would go on the yacht. I'd have a blast on that yacht.
Oh, yeah.
I would
Oh, yes.
I would buy a fake diamond and I would go and toss it over the bow of the yacht.
We'd stop at, like, the grocery store on the way and get one of those things from the machine. Oh my god, I cannot.
Yes. And
That's
then I
so
would go
great.
down and I would lie in bed and pretend I'm dying.
I hate you so much.
Okay, so
So if I were on the yacht, I would have to reenact the dream I had in 2002 when Snoop Dogg snorted cocaine out of my belly button when I was on his yacht.
okay, all right.
It's my favorite dream of all time.
So she nearly, I don't know if you caught this, she nearly passes out as they're landing on the yacht. She's terrified.
Yeah, but she was a good sport
I
about
mean,
it.
what choice does she have?
She
I
had no
would have
fucking
lost this. He would have
choice.
sent me home. If I had to compete against this batch of 16, 17-year-olds, I would have been sent home week
So,
1.
but here's why I'm okay with it. It wasn't anything physical.
It was pushing her out of her comfort zone, which could be good, but also
Mhm.
some people don't like that.
Yeah, but she wasn't complaining about it really, so
Do they have the agency to say that though?
mm,
Like, what if she said, I don't want to go on the helicopter?
I
Would you have been
mean,
like, well, golly gee, I think then you're not the one for me. Your bright blue eyes are not going to be looking back at mine.
and then he'd just be like, "Poof," and he'd push her off the pier.
Did you ever see The Silo on Apple TV?
I don't think
It's sci-fi.
so.
It's so
No,
good,
clearly
guys.
I did
Watch it,
not.
watch it, watch it, watch it. The concept is they live in this silo underground. They have no idea why. It's huge,
I
but they have
hate
no
that.
idea why.
I hate it already.
And one of the things is people just go over the rails. Like if you don't like somebody, you just throw them over the rail and they die.
My
And I'm just
God.
thinking I could do that on a yacht, just bink right
Yeah.
over.
Huh.
Mhm.
Mhm.
If you're someone who has wronged me and you know who you are, people, there's a few of you out there in the world. Uh, when I send you that invitation for my yacht, you might want to think twice about accepting it. I'll go into international
We're the
waters and just
worst.
start throwing people overboard.
Oh my God. We are
Okay,
the worst people ever.
we're pretty bad. So Ellen's trying to comfort Leslie as she's having a fucking breakdown at the
Mhm.
mansion, and our queen does not show her cards.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
She's the best.
On the yacht, Faith and Gerry sit down, and Faith starts trauma dumping. Now, Faith has had a rough fucking childhood.
Yeah, she
And
has.
this is what I'm talking about. Like, I want to know more about this.
Me too.
What do you
Me
mean you were a homeless teen? Tell
I
us
know.
more.
Tell
She
us
keeps
more.
saying, like, I was raised in a non-traditional family. She says at one point, like, you have the sweetest eyes. He's like, me too. Your
Oh,
eyes were the first thing I noticed about you. And
I
I'm
have
like,
no.
okay, dude.
You guys, I have a confession.
Oh no.
I officially don't think I like Gerry.
Don't like him. Like, how many bottles of wine would it take?
Well, I mean, I
Uh,
didn't say that. I just said, I don't know.
you know
I
what it
just mean,
is?
like, he's not the good guy I thought he was. I think it's fake.
I don't think he's a bad guy. I
I
really
don't
don't.
I don't either, but this cheese feels really inauthentic.
The corniness would turn me off
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah.
Yes, agreed. So he says, "You're a great singer." And she's like, "Well, music really soothed me. Like when I was growing up in a non traditional thing, I didn't have a mom and dad. I had all this trauma." And she said,
Mhm.
"I didn't feel whole. And music made me feel whole." And, I'm just going to give another plug for the humanities here. I mean, this is what the arts do for people, they fill in
Absolutely.
the holes.
A bazillion
Mm
percent.
hmm. Mm hmm.
Support your local artists,
Yeah, stop stripping arts out of schools. How about
please.
there? Okay.
There we go.
So she says, I have a nice life now. I have a career. We don't know anything about it. All we know, she's a local radio host or TV host or
Oh,
something.
okay, I didn't even
And
know
I only
that.
know that from the Chiron.
Oh, shit, that's right. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
She says, but some of the guys I've dated, I was damaged and they were damaged. And this sounds like every woman in America's typical experience.
Yeah, exactly.
And so he says, I want to have that deep emotional attachment, and I want to let this person know that they are the most important person in the world to me. But he doesn't say, I want you to know. He's
Right.
talking in generalities.
It's not her.
And she starts to cry and she's like, I've been vulnerable and I've had people throw back at me. And he's like, you will never get that from me. I don't know what this voice is that I'm doing.
I don't either, but I kinda like it.
It's kind of like Barney.
Yes, it is. The
Hey,
ultimate cheese.
children. Or like some slowed down version of Chuck E. Cheese. Oh, hi, dogs. Okay. So he tells the camera, at first I was totally into Faith's body.
Mhm.
And but turns out she's actually a decent human being. That's a plus.
I know.
And then he gives her a rose, which means he will be meeting her family. And then
Uh-huh.
then then they get into a jacuzzi on the ocean. And I'm so into that, dude. I'm
I
so
know.
into it.
Me
A
too.
jacuzzi on the
On the
ocean
ocean.
staring at the California coastline.
Yeah, I know. I
Sign me up.
mean, it's a pretty perfect date.
Mhm. He tells the camera, a life with Faith would be really amazing. I think she could be the one.
Oh, how about how gross they, like, hardcore make out?
Oh, Peyton and Charlie are like, I don't even know.
I know, I feel really bad for them.
Peyton and Charlie are gagging and throwing up. Now, Faith returns, and the women are like, tell us everything. Tell us. Let's reenact this. Okay,
Oh,
ready?
no. God.
You're going to be Faith, okay? And I'm going to be everyone else.
Oh my god.
Okay, I don't know how I'm going to pull this off, but I'll try.
Same.
All right, ready?
Mhm.
Hey, Faith, it's Ellen. Come on, tell us everything. Tell us everything, girl.
Oh,
What you got? You play
it was
canasta? Did you go
it was,
hopscotching?
like,
What's
the best
going
day
on?
of my entire
Tell us
life.
everything. Meanwhile, Leslie, don't you fucking open your mouth, bitch. Don't you fucking open your mouth, bitch. If you made out in a hot tub,
Gerry
I'm
poured
gonna
his
fuck
whole
you
heart
up,
out to
bitch. I'm gonna
me,
fuck you.
and I'm feeling so in love, and it was, like, the greatest afternoon of my whole life. and I put a
Gabagool.
bikini on,
Oh, tell
and
us all about what you
he
ate
felt
on that.
me up, and it was so
Yeah.
goddamn hot.
Did you have some gabagool, some carbonara sauce with a little side of Chianti?
We made out so hardcore. He
Teresa.
slipped a few below the belt. It
Oh
started
my
to get
God. Oh
so
my God.
hot.
Oh my God. I'm inferior to everyone that's ever been alive. Oh my God. Oh my God. I have to go cry. I have to go cry in a corner. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm gonna be the one. He's gonna come to my hometown first,
Gerry
and my
walks in.
children. He's already signed the adoption papers to adopt my children.
Adoption papers.
ANC.
Is Gerry gonna adopt her adult children?
Yes, and I can't stop.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Her kids are like in their 40s.
I know, that's the best part.
Wait, does this mean my Doreen's gonna adopt me? Do our step-parents adopt us now? Okay, all right. And
Well,
scene.
she
Gerry was gonna come in and get in on that, but the moment is past. Okay, all right. Which of these women do you think has the best chance of surviving in prison? I think
Gabagool.
Gabagool.
100%.
You know what? You know why? You know why? Because I'm going back to when she had sex with a woman before, so she'd be willing to do what she had to do to get by, okay? But she can also make a meal out of anything. And I
1,000,000%.
have no doubt that she could fashion a weapon and use it to its fullest potential.
Exactly.
Mhm,
She's
mhm,
perfect in all
mhm.
the ways. I love her so much.
Ellen would be like the social director of the prison, but Gabagool would be like the boss.
So here's my thing about Gabagool. I don't think Gabagool is like a good fit for Gerry, but I love her as my aunt. So like
Yeah. Yes.
she's like a good woman. Like I want
She
her to
is.
be at
I
my
like
holiday
her too.
dinners.
But
You know?
again, we know nothing about her.
And I don't care, but I know enough.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just love
Yep.
she has become my shining star. I love her. Gabagool, if you're listening, please slide into my DMs. I want to be your pal in real life. And I'm not even kidding. I fucking love this woman.
Then we have Ellen, and she's emceeing this whole thing, and she tells the camera, on a hot tub. Hot tub on The Bachelor's a big deal. Big deal.
Big deal.
So she's like real
A
nervous
real
about
big
this.
deal.
And then
It's
she
a
also
real big
starts
deal.
calculating her odds. She's like, okay, so if 75% of us have to go home, and I'm in the bottom third, and 1 out of 6, I don't know, it was too much math for me.
I'm like purple unicorn.
Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words.
So now they all go to Santa Monica Pier. Again, something I've always wanted to do. Gerry wants to let his inner child out. Keep that inner child where it belongs. Button up and attached to your body. We don't want to see it.
We need to talk about this group date.
Okay.
I am so infuriated by this group date.
Because he forced them to go on roller coasters?
Yes.
Yes.
Do not take me to an amusement park. I would rather die. Kill me first.
I forget which one of them said it, but one of them was like, I don't like roller coasters.
That was Ellen. I believe that was Ellen.
I thought it was Teresa. Because then she was like, I don't like roller coasters, but
maybe.
I'll go on any roller coaster with you.
Send me the fuck home now. I'm serious.
Again,
I would just
like,
be like,
why are we forcing these women to do this?
There's nothing fun about fairs and festivals. I hate that shit so much.
Some people love it. Okay, some people love it. Fine. I would be great at the Santa Monica Pier. However, I would be playing the games, eating the popcorn. I would not be going on a roller coaster.
No, I would just be drinking my face off somewhere.
You know what I'd be doing? I'd be standing at the very end, staring into the ocean, just,
calling the whales.
Yes, just looking for those whales.
Those, what do they call the noises they make? Songs.
The whale songs.
Songs.
I would be listening to those with a glass of wine in my hand. Okay. So
Oh,
Susan
Amy.
is excited. She said this is a serious week, and so we're having fun and it's much needed. I wrote, he forces them to go on roller coasters, and I would never pass this test.
Nope.
Teresa tells the camera she's going to tell Gerry that she's falling in love with him, and the last time she told a man this was 52 years ago.
Fuck off, Teresa.
And then I thought about it, the last time I told a man I was falling in love with him was 18 years ago.
I tell my cat every day.
Oh, well. Well.
All right. So in all seriousness, yeah, it's been a while for me too.
Yeah.
Other than my cat.
So she pulls him aside, and Teresa pulls him aside, and she basically does her best sales pitch.
I just want to say this bit with Teresa, if you haven't watched yet and you're going to watch, please pay attention because her hair is sticking up like crazy in this scene when they're talking. And it was literally my favorite thing of the whole episode because she looked like an idiot.
I did not notice her hair, but did you notice she was giving the hardest sales pitch
Yes, she was.
that anyone has ever given someone to date them? This is me when I was like at my lowest point in my 20s, like, please date me. Please date me.
Please date me. Oh, dude, it was bad. I'm being an asshole making fun of her hair. I just hate her so much. And the fact that she was making this pitch and had no idea that she was like, it was like the funniest part of the whole thing. It was so great.
She's like,
just
I
shut up,
don't do
Teresa.
roller coasters, but I feel so safe with you. And I really want Gerry, my family and friends to meet you. I want them to see what I can't live without you, Gerry. I can't live without you. And he's like,
I feel that too. I feel it. I feel it too.
people are going to come for us in reviews. They make fun of people. We hate them.
It's all in good fun. I'm just being silly.
Now she says, I'm falling in love with you, Gerry. And he goes, oh, thank you so much for telling me that. That's not what you want to hear. That's not what you want to hear.
No, it's not. It is definitely not.
He's like, we could work. It is always a joy to see you. And they suck face.
Yeah, he sucks face with
Peyton
all
and
of
Charlie
them.
are thrown up all over their living room.
Dude, he's sucking face with all of them all over this pier. It was so gross. Like the pier is tainted for me now.
Now he's on a ride with Leslie. And he's like, I got some bruises in some weird places. And I wrote, been there, dude. Been there. And he says, you and I have had a nice progression. Who talks like this?
I don't know.
I wake up at night thinking about you.
Yep.
And I giggle or something like that. What? No,
wait,
that's not what you want to hear.
Nope.
I wake up wanting to know how you are.
No, you
Is
wake
really
up
what
thinking
he
about
said.
her, all right.
What?
I said he wakes up thinking about her, all right, but it's not wanting to know how she is.
Yeah, no. Notice though, when they're talking, she starts like sobbing, but it's a fake Robin Brown cry. It's not even real. You might have to go back and watch it again because she's doing the
Brown of the Golden Bachelor,
and she's like wiping her eyes, but there's nothing there.
Is she the Robin Brown of the
I'm
Golden
telling you, I
Bachelor?
think she's the Robin Brown of the Golden Bachelor. I want you all, everybody listening, go back and rewatch this scene. I think it was a fake cry.
Oh, fuck. What are we going to do if she Robin Brown's Gerry? Peyton and Charlie will be out. They'll be out.
She is Robin Browning Gerry. It's happening.
If they can't, no more peeling logs on Coyote Pass with Peyton and Charlie. They're done.
They're done. It's bad.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
It's fucked up.
So she says, it was really hard for me to watch you date Faith. And I've been cheated on so many times. I mean, do you think Prince was faithful? I mean.
And I write, welcome to the fucking club.
I know. Welcome to the world, dude.
Seriously.
And she's like, you're not in the wrong. Like, this is all me. And she starts, I did write. She starts to fake cry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She totally faked. She totally Robin Brown cries.
He hugs her and then she says, I wasn't expecting to feel this way about you, but I'm crazy about you. And he goes, thanks for that. P.S. And they whispers, and he doesn't think we can hear it, but Amy Archer is deaf and watches with closed captioning. He says, you're my girl.
Yep.
Like,
he does. He does.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I also watch with the closed captioning because my husband is deaf.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because you are the same person, and I did see that. It's messed
Yes.
up. Messed
So
up.
now Ellen and Gerry are on the roller coaster, and afterwards she pours her heart out to him.
I'm so
And she's like,
sad for
I'm
her.
falling for you, Gerry. I'm falling for you. I
I
want to
love
play
her.
canasta with you. I want to
I
go
know.
play pickleball. I want to do everything in Boca
I
Raton.
know. You know who she
And
reminds me of?
who?
Candy Montgomery.
Oh, good one.
Right?
Good one.
Right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Good one.
But in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
in a good way. Not like
I agree.
not in like the murderous way. I just mean
Listen,
like
Candy Montgomery is somebody you don't want to cross because she'll murder you with an axe.
right.
But you also want her running the PTA at your kid's school because she
For
will
sure.
fucking get that shit done.
Get that shit done. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we all want someone else to run the PTA and do all the shit, and we could just pay money for it. Like, what? You need $10 here. I'm not working the
Seriously.
food stand.
Yeah.
So,
Ugh, the
Gerry,
worst.
actually, I worked the food stand last year at the girls' lacrosse, and
Oh, I've done it.
I ran that motherfucker like
Oh,
you
yeah,
would
like
not
a
believe. Like,
goddamn
I should be the
business.
manager of
Yeah.
Wegmans.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay. So she's crying, and again, Gary's weirdly non-committal. He's like, "Well, thank you for saying words that make me feel good about myself, but I'm not returning that to you."
Fuck you, Gerry. All I keep writing in my notes is fuck you, Gerry. Fuck you, Gerry.
I mean, it was only a matter of time. It was only a matter of time before we
And then
hated
they
this
make
guy.
out, though. They make out then.
They make
He
out.
is just like, I have a real issue with him making out one after another. That grosses me out.
Ellen
Does that
in
gross
the
anyone else out?
I said that on day one when he
I know
made
you
out with
did.
them both on the pickleball court.
But now it's
Um,
like multiples, one after the other.
Ellen in the confessionals with hardly any makeup on and her hair down and the big glasses. I want to marry her.
Same. Me
Okay.
too.
I want to be her and
Me
marry
her.
her at
Right.
the same
I don't
time.
want to marry
There's
her.
just a lot of things swirling around in me when I see her.
So,
Okay.
right. I don't want to marry her. I'm going to scratch that. I want to be her.
Okay. All right.
Love her.
So now Gerry sits them all down. He's supposed to give someone a rose, but I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I need more time. And they're all like, okay. Take your time, Gerry. Take your time. You know?
Take your time. You're
You
doing the
gotta take
right
your time
thing.
with these things, Gerry.
You're doing the right thing, Gerry.
So now we have the rose ceremony.
Oh my God.
Teresa pretends that she is concerned about not getting a rose. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Teresa. Fuck you, Teresa.
So
Oh my God.
Gary's like, I haven't slept because I've been thinking about Leslie. And
Leslie.
giggling. He's like,
Is that a banana in my pocket, or am I just happy to see her?
God,
He's
shut
like,
up, Gerry.
I've been holding. How did we sour against him so
I did.
much?
Because he's playing all of these women and I don't like it.
But that's what he has to do.
I know,
That's
but
the
I don't
Bachelor.
But I don't have to like it.
True.
I don't
So
have
he's
to
like,
like it.
I'm holding your hearts. And he's sobbing the entire ceremony.
Fuck off.
We could never watch the regular Bachelor because if this was like a 30-year-old guy, I would be ripping him.
Oh, I know.
I could never watch it. So Leslie gets the first rose. Shocker.
Mm-hmm.
And she does her like private dancer. No, that's not.
Who the fuck even knows?
That's Tina Turner.
Tina Turner.
She Tina Turner's her way up there.
Tina Turner's her way right up to Ike.
She gets the first rose, okay? Teresa gets the second rose.
Fucking Teresa.
Now we got Sandra, Susan, and Ellen.
Am I the only one that thinks that Teresa is capable of stabbing someone in their sleep? Like Saw?
Yeah, she's pretty capable.
I hate her
I
so
think.
much.
So he chooses Teresa to get the second rose. Okay, so that's it. So those are the three: Faith, Teresa, and Leslie.
That's it.
Ellen says, "Oh my God, I'm gonna faint."
Poor
Susan
Ellen.
and Sandra leave, and Gabagool's like, "You're such a good boy. Give me some manicotti," and she gives him a kiss on both cheeks and leaves.
I know.
And
she's
Sandra
the
fucking
best.
class when she's leaving, like, love you, Gare. Good luck, bud. Got to
She's a
get back
good
to my
lady.
daughter's wedding that I missed for no fucking reason, I guess.
She's a good lady. I love her, and I really do wish the best for her.
Gerry says to Ellen, "Can I walk you out?"
Fuck you, Gerry.
She looks amazing. I wrote she looks amazing.
I know.
I have no notes on what she was wearing. I just wrote that she looks amazing.
Oh, but she's so pissed and heartbroken, and I don't
She's
blame
pissed
her.
and heartbroken. They sit on a bench and he says, saying goodbye to you was the most difficult decision so far. She cries, and I just wrote, she is gonna clean up back at the Villages or wherever she lives. Her
Aw,
DMs will be blowing up.
I know. I
She's
love
got
her
to get
so
that
much.
jitterbug phone out and learn how to work Instagram, and she is gonna be the queen down there.
She's the best.
So she's like, I gotta go. And she says to us, this was a shock and I'm very upset, but this has been the time of my life.
Aw.
And that's how we end. Now we have what I think is going to be the best episode coming up next week.
I think so too. Oh.
Gerry is grilled by a bunch of intimidating grandchildren
Mm-hmm.
who want him to be their new papa. And I am here for all of
Right.
this.
Oh yeah, Leslie's are already adopted. Trust me, they have
Well,
been adopted.
there's
So
one woman who's kind of crying on a bench with him, and she's
I
like,
saw that.
I'm just glad she feels safe and protected with you. I think that's Leslie's daughter.
Yeah, I think
Leslie's
so.
family.
I think you're probably right.
Mhm.
Okay, so what I wanted to talk about before
Okay,
we
go ahead.
wrap this up
Yes.
is they don't all live in the same area.
Right.
So when
Faith
you're
is from LA.
Mm-hmm.
Teresa is from Schenectady, New York. Is she from New York?
I don't know. I think so, maybe.
I'm going to, you talk. I'm going to look it up real quick.
Okay. So my point is, or my question, I guess, is, would you ever do that? Would you ever just pick up and leave and move, like, let's say, across the country to be with someone when you're like 65 or whatever, and you have a family and roots, and like, and I know that not everyone lives like that, but
Right.
for the most part, these people all seem to be very close to their families. Would you at that age be even willing to move away? That's a really interesting thought for me because I don't know how I feel about it.
It depends. So, like, a lot of people, their kids don't live near them. So, like, if my kids didn't live near me and I had to travel anyway to see them, I don't think that would be that big of a deal.
Right. No, I don't either. I just mean for like those, like, I'm just saying, like, suppose you do.
Yeah,
That's
that would be
weird
hard
for
for me to
me.
move. Yeah,
So,
because
like,
Gary's got that Dream Lake house. He's not going
I
anywhere.
know he's not. But
Mm-mm.
that's why, like, at least on Married at First Sight, when they pair these people, they're all from like geographically the same location. This is
So
what like really throws me about this show is that they never are. And that's
Faith is from
strange.
Benton City, Washington. Okay, I
Okay.
thought she was from LA for some reason, but she's
Somebody's
from
like Maryland, I think, too.
that was Joan.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Leslie's from Minneapolis,
Mm.
which is right by where Gary's from.
Mm.
And then we have who's the other one? Goofball Teresa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me see where she's from. Oh, Renee
think
was so cute.
I think you might be right. I think she is from somewhere in New York.
I want to say New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Shrewsbury,
Okay.
Shrewsbury, New Jersey.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, is she gonna pick up and move to
That crazy
where is he
bitch, I
from?
think, would. I don't know.
Indiana? Is he from Indiana?
I think she would because I think she's psychopath.
Indiana, yeah.
Like she's Boyle the Bunny nuts.
She might. I could see that. I mean,
Mhm.
Sandra would have. She skipped her kid's wedding. She would have picked up and moved.
I know, but
It depends. It depends. It would depend on a lot of things. What stage in life are my kids? Are they
Yeah.
independent enough that I could live across the country and just have the means to travel and see them? And they would have the means to travel and see me? I don't know. It would depend on a lot of things.
Weird, right?
I mean, Leslie's young. She's not retired yet. Right? Isn't she
know. I don't
62 or 3?
I don't. She is one of the younger ones. I don't remember exactly.
She's not
how
one of the
old she is.
60-year-olds, which I thought she was. She's 64.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so she's 64. So if she's a fitness instructor, she could do that anywhere.
Oh, for sure.
But she's already kind of near him, like not too far. You know what I mean? A couple states
Yeah.
away. Let's think about this. And Faith is, what did I say she was? She's like a news anchor or radio host. She's a radio host
In Washington, though.
in Washington. Yeah, like
That's what I
mean,
mean.
presumably she could get a job somewhere else. I mean, I don't know. That's a pretty hard industry to break into, though.
Mm-hmm.
Could she
I
retire?
know. Maybe.
Let's look.
Would she
Um,
want to? Or would she do
so
anything for
Faith,
her
oh,
Care
wait,
Bear?
wait. Faith is a high school teacher who has 2 sons and 4 grandkids. She is also a radio host and she sings. Okay, that's a lot. So she's only 60. So she
I
still has
know.
5 years left before she retires. Unless she's like in a union situation where she can go
And
out
she
at
can retire.
55. I don't
Yeah.
know. And if
Yeah, I
she's
know like some teachers can like give up a portion of their pension or whatever
okay,
if they retire
we
early, right?
need to break this down. You are Stephanie. You are in high school. Let's go back to this mindset, okay?
Okay.
You are a freshman in high school.
Okay. I hated high
Your
school.
teacher goes on The Bachelor.
My teacher, okay.
Yes.
A female or a male?
A female. And she's like
Oh, right.
sucking face with them and doing all this bizarre shit. Like, do you ever respect that teacher again?
No. No. This is why my husband's Patrick's not even on social media because of that shit. Like he wants
Yes.
no part of it.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
bonkers how many teachers are though. And
I
it's like
know.
their shit's public. And I'm like, oh, I don't know that
I
I'd
know.
be
Because
sharing
kids
that
are
with the
brutal.
world.
Kids are
Yeah.
brutal.
Not
All
only
right.
that, adults are sometimes inappropriate online.
100%. So let's talk about these final 3 and who you
Oh.
think he's going to eliminate next week.
Faith.
Okay, Faith. So it's coming down to Leslie and Teresa. I'm pretty much in agreement.
Yeah.
And that coincides with the spoiler that we read this week, which seems to be right.
I think
We were
so.
unsure because it was a shady source, but it
Mhm.
sounds like it could be correct.
Yeah.
So
I think it is. And I honestly think he's going to pick Leslie.
I think he's going to pick Leslie too. I think the minute she danced up to him and was like, I dated fucking Prince, look at my ass, he was like, okay, I'm here.
Okay.
Here for this.
He turned into a fuckboy.
And could he, don't get me in trouble.
Oh, okay.
Could he be
Don't want to go there.
could he be somebody who feels like he has to save women? And Leslie is just the right amount of damage, which we all are. I'm not throwing shade at her. We all are, all men and women and whatever.
You very well could be right, though.
Like, I'm one of those people. I'm attracted to broken people because I think I can fix them.
Same.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I
wow,
wonder if he's
dude.
doing that.
Maybe. I mean, we know some people, like older people in our lives that are that way.
Yeah, sure. Of course. All right, girl.
Oh, man.
We'll see next week,
Crazy.
guys. Hang tight. We'll be back next week with the next installment of the Golden Bachelor.
Week 6.